What's going on, everyone? So, obviously, most of you know now that the trailer for Scream 5 will be released October 10th, at least here in the States. It is attached to the 25th anniversary of the film, so wherever you are in the world, whenever your 25th anniversary release is in your theaters, that's when you'll get the Scream 5 trailer as well. Now, it's very likely we will get a internet version of that trailer, hopefully on the 10th or possibly even the 9th or a day or so after. To me, it makes more sense to just get it out there, and because you know that somebody is going to put it out there, so you might as well get ahead of that, get an actual production value trailer on the internet, get all those views, get all that promotion, all that stuff for the film. But I want to talk about the trailer in general, and something that I have mentioned in the comments and have had a few discussions recently about, and I felt really warranted a video. And that is going the sort of in-game approach. Now, what I mean by that is in the in-game trailer, there was a ton of footage that was not in the film. And the reason that's a great comparison is because Scream 5, from what we know publicly, public information, is that they filmed multiple scenes. They had multiple scripts. They even shot 5 different endings, I believe it was, to essentially throw off spoilers and people, putting information out there on the internet. So it's very likely the trailer for Scream 5 will have some footage not in the film. It'll have some sort of B-roll film or other scenes that they had created that they decided to not implement in the actual theatrical version of the film, and thus that will be incorporated into the trailer. So the reason I wanted to bring this to everyone's attention is because I feel like it's important when you're watching the trailer. Everything you see may not have any significance at all in the film. Now, I don't think that it's going to be a very spoilerish type trailer. I think it's going to be very short, simple, to the point. I've even said I could see the trailer starting off with the "Hello Sydney" phone call, and then you get this like montage of everything from the past films where we got to this point, and then that transitions into the new cast because you have to let people know who they are. I've mentioned it before. The way I put it was there's no real blockbuster type actors or actresses. There's no Denzel Washingtons, Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Leonardo DiCaprio, somebody that's going to get millions of people in the seats regardless of the film itself. So that you need to establish your characters in the trailer, so I expect them to do that. And then obviously you need to incorporate the OG3, so I could see a nice transition sort of wrapping up the film with the OG3 and giving us little insight on what's going on with them from a character perspective. So that being said, all of that footage may not be footage in the actual film. All of that footage could just very well be sort of a smokescreen to get people hyped up and thinking, oh, this is the direction in which the film's going to go, or this is a key piece of information. And of course, I'll make videos, we'll dive into it, we'll have our discussions per usual, and we'll sort of break down the trailer as a whole. But don't be surprised if you see the trailer and then fast forward to the film and you're like, wait a minute, where was that one scene from the trailer? Where was this? Because that's what happened with Endgame. People saw the Endgame trailer, and there was like 90% of that trailer wasn't even in the actual film, and thus you got a bunch of people that were like, wait, what about this? What about that? Not just that, but from a marketing standpoint, it creates a buzz because you have people talking about the film and the trailer aspect, and now you got that buzz creating. Now, the trailer is supposed to be 2 minutes and 21 seconds. It's going to be R rated. Now, I made a whole video on that. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But the reason I'm mentioning that is because that's significant as well, because that shows that we're not getting a teaser. It's not going to be some 30-second, 40-second little quick rundown for all of us to see. It's going to be a full-length trailer. And Scream has done an excellent job in the past as far as trailers go. I mean, Scream 2, many people use that as a reference. It was great. Didn't give away too much. It did give away a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Scream 3 and Scream 4 especially were essentially just rundowns of the events before it and then introduced the characters, and that was it. I very confidently think that'll be the case for the trailer of this upcoming Scream 5. Now, I could be completely wrong, and it could just be a spoiler-heavy trailer, But the reason I come to the conclusion that I've came to is because of what the producers themselves have said. They have said that they had a difficult time creating this trailer because they don't want to give away too much information. They don't want to spoiler the film. And I've mentioned it several times in several videos that we are in this era, especially for horror movies. Great example, Halloween 18, Halloween Kills. It's Cliff Note versions of the film. Like, you can watch the trailer and you get these, essentially the main points of the film unintentionally, however, whatever the reasoning is to why they go that direction. But nonetheless, you get this sort of Cliff Note version of the film, and it sort of takes you out from an audience standpoint. But at the same time, something like a Halloween, you know what you're going into it for. You're going in to see Michael just go rampant, a bunch of crazy kills. You're going into it to see, Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis's character, and all that stuff. You're going in it to see what unfolds. So being spoiled to that manner doesn't really, it's not a huge significance. Obviously, there's people that care and it's upsetting for them, but for the general audience, it's not a huge deal. But something like Scream, where the entire film is based around a sort of mystery and whodunit, you can really ruin the film by giving away too many details, and may not even realize that you're giving away those main details and main points, because the internet is the internet. They figure everything out. If there's anything that you want to keep low key or hidden, the internet will figure it out. And that's the issue with these trailers, is that people are piecing all these things together. And the studio themselves, the production company, everything, even the marketing team, have done such an amazing job keeping this sort of in a box, doing an excellent build of anticipation and excitement. And once we get that trailer, it's going to change the game. I mean, we're already on the promotional tour. We got the Dewey promo for Stu's House, which is a direct target for the fan base, because the only people that care about that are the fan base. The people on the fence, or the people that this is their introduction into the franchise, they don't really care about that, because they probably don't even know what Stu Macher's house is or why it's that relevant. But to us fans, it's a significant piece. It's something that is iconic. It's something that we immediately see and we are drawn into. And so it was just such a brilliant way to market the film without it being a direct market tactic for Scream 5, if you get what I mean. But this trailer is that direct marketing tactic to everybody. And I wouldn't want to be in their position. Is basically what I want to say, is that they're in a tough spot, because they need to give us a trailer that appeases us fans, the classic fans, the ones that have been following Scream since whenever. I mean, even if you were born after, but you're a huge fan and you've seen all the films, you're a fan of the classics. You're a fan of this franchise as a whole. So you don't want too much craziness. You don't want that spoiler aspect. But at the same time, they need to put together a trailer that is appeasing and a draw for the people that are on the fence, or the introductory people, the newer generations of people that are seeing this film for the first time. So it's a really tough spot to be in. But because they've been so transparent and they've explained that they don't want to give away too much, I expect them to really take the focus and the trailer as a whole and really implement quality trailer without a spoiler, if that makes sense. But anything that is a spoiler in that trailer, if there is anything, don't just take it at face value. I mean, obviously I'm going to do videos and stuff diving into those points, because that's all we have to go off on. But I wouldn't be surprised if 90% of the stuff in that trailer has nothing to do with the film itself. It has zero relevance, and there's no real connection to that trailer and the film. It's just essentially the leftover footage, or the footage that they recorded and they didn't. Who knows? Maybe they even filmed footage specifically for the trailer. That's another thing that you could think about, because these people are smart. These people are really clever. They're really creative, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if, when all is said and done, they go, yeah, we actually recorded the trailer separate to avoid spoilers, to avoid everything because it was just the easiest approach. It was the easiest way to go about it. So I think that is something that you really have to keep in mind when you see that trailer. Obviously, we'll have our discussions per usual, and I'm really looking forward to the trailer. I'm super ecstatic for that. It cannot come sooner, as I know many of you are as well. But as always, this is a discussion, and I want to hear from you. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you think that this is a possibility? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What would you like to see from the trailer itself? All these things I'd love to hear down in the comments below. Again, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notification. Stay up to date with all things Scream. Join this wonderful community and all of our discussions. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.